Hi, I'm back. I'll be reading some more from the Sabbath School. The Holy Spirit, this is the Holy Spirit and Inspiration for January 2017. Inspiration is the term used to describe God's influence through the work of the Holy Spirit in transmitting his message through human instruments. The work of the Holy Spirit in the process of inspiration is the reason we find a fundamental unity in all of Scripture in regard to truth. As this as the Spirit of truth. John 14:17. John 14:17. The Spirit of truth whom the world cannot receive, because it neither sees him nor knows him. But you know him, for he dwells with you and will be in you. John 15:26. But when the Helper comes, whom I shall send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth, who proceeds from the Father, he will testify of me. John 16:13. However, when he, the Spirit of truth, has come, he will guide you into all truth, for he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears, he will speak, and he will tell you things to come. The Holy Spirit will lead us into all truth. Read 2 Peter 1:21. For prophecy never came by the will of man, but holy men of God spoke as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. Deuteronomy 18:18. I will raise up for them a prophet like you from among their brethren, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I command him. MICAH 3:8. But truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord, and of justice am I, to declare to Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin. And 1 Corinthians 2:9-13. But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of a man the things which God has prepared for those who love him. But God has revealed them to us through his Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yes, the deep things of God. For what man knows the things of a man except the Spirit of the man which is in him? Even so, no one knows the things of God except the Spirit of God. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, that we might know the things that happen freely given to us by God. These things we also speak, not in words which man's wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Spirit teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. What do these texts tell us about the biblical writers and about God's involvement in the origin of the Bible? Being carried along by the Holy Spirit, 2 Peter 1:21, NIV. For prophecy never came by the will of man, but holy men of God spoke as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. is a strong affirmation of the work of the Holy Spirit in inspiration. In 1 Corinthians 2, 9-13, but as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him. But God has revealed them to us through his Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yes, the deep things of God. For what man knows the things of a man except the Spirit of the man which is in him? Even so, no one knows the things of God except the Spirit of God. Now we have received not the Spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, that we might know the things that have been freely given to us by God. These things we also speak, not in words which man's wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Spirit teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. The Apostle Paul credits revelation and inspiration to the Holy Spirit. To us, he says, God revealed the hidden things that no eye has seen, which he mentions in verse 9. God revealed them through the Spirit. 1 Corinthians 2:10. But God has revealed them to us through his Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yes, the deep things of God. The apostles have received the Spirit who is from God, so that we may know the things freely given to us by God. 1 Corinthians 2:12 NASB. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, that we might know the things that have been freely given to us by God. Then in verse 13 he moves to the work of inspiration, where he speaks of things not in words taught by human wisdom, but in those taught by the Spirit, combining spiritual thoughts with spiritual words. NASB. Paul had no doubt about the source and the authority of what he was proclaiming. While many parts of the Bible are a result of God's direct supernatural revelation, not everything in the Bible was revealed in that manner. Sometimes God used biblical writers in their careful personal investigation of things, or in their use of other existing documents. Joshua 10:13. And so the sun stood still, and the moon stopped, till the people had revenge upon the enemies. Is this not written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and did not hasten to go down for about a whole day. Luke 1:1-3. Inasmuch as many have taken in hand to set in order a narrative of those things which have been fulfilled among us, just as those who from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word, delivered them to us. It seemed good to me also Also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write to you an orderly account, most excellent. Theophilus, to reveal and communicate his message. Thus, all parts of the Bible are revealed and inspired. 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. This is the reason Paul states that whatever was written for our instruction, so that through the encouragement of the scriptures we might have hope. Romans 15:4 NASB. For whatever things were written before were written for our learning, that we through the patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. The God who speaks and who created human language enables chosen people to communicate in human words the inspired thoughts in a trustworthy and reliable manner. God has been pleased to communicate his truth to the world by human agencies, and he himself, by his Holy Spirit, qualified men and enabled them to do his work. He guided the mind in the selection of what to speak and what to write. The treasure was entrusted to author investors, yet it is nevertheless from heaven. Ellen G. White, Selected Messages, Book 1, page 26. Okay, that's all for now. Bye-bye.